Hello guys, it is me, Victoria, okay? So for today's video, I want to talk about something very personal. I've wanted to make a video about this for a while, but it's embarrassing and extremely personal and honestly makes me vulnerable, and it's something I do not like to tell anyone, alright? But I feel it could be a very interesting video topic and very useful to certain people out there, mainly guys. So, alright, this is gonna get like a bit sexual, so if you're not interested in that, please stop watching now, okay? So basically, you know how guys see a girl differently, heterosexual guys, I'm talking about heterosexual people in this video, alright? So you know how heterosexual guys, they see a girl differently than like a girl sees herself, okay? So let's say like when guys go to a strip club versus like when girls go to a strip club. When girls go to a strip club, like, woo! And I'm talking about like female strippers, right? They're like, woo, this is so much fun, oh my god, we love you! And like, you're amazing! And like, they're giggling and they're having so much fun, right? When guys go, it's kind of more serious because guys are feeling the feminine energy, if you will, a bit more strongly than women are, right? Women are thinking it's beautiful and maybe they're getting a little bit of like sexy from the girls, and they're not really having the same reaction as guys are having. The guys are hypnotized. They're being put in a trance. Their hormones have gone like insane, and their hormones have given them like sex brain to the point where they're just almost out of control. Similarly, when I see a pair of boobs, I'm just like, okay, yeah, a pair of boobs, big whoop, very nice, or whatever. Like when my boyfriend, for example, sees one, it's a totally different experience. I'm just like, I really don't get it. But that's kind of man goggles, you know what I'm saying? So there's a very similar thing for women seeing men. But I really believe that a lot of men have no idea that women feel this way about guys, because maybe not everyone does to the same degree, like not all women feel this way to the same degree, but men have a sexual energy, a male energy too, that my point is that probably only women can see and feel and reflect back to them, and that they themselves, men, cannot really feel and see it in themselves. Now, the reason I had to make this video is because some of my male friends, like, they get really dejected and down because, you know, they have not had much luck with women. And maybe women have made fun of them in the past and said, like, they're unattractive in these certain ways, and they feel there is something defective about who they are, that they are just somehow fundamentally unattractive to women. And I myself have rejected a lot of guys, you know, back when I used to date, and I rejected a lot of guys for different reasons, okay? Maybe this one was too shy, maybe this one was too quiet. How ironic, right? Since I'm like the shyest and quietest among us all. But maybe this guy, he wasn't confident enough. Maybe this guy, I didn't like his looks really that much. Maybe this guy, he wasn't like, you know, acting cool enough or something. Maybe this guy, he was kind of too like begging and stuff, and maybe this guy, he wasn't a good kisser. All of that, all of those reasons to reject a guy did not take away from the way, how do I put this? All these reasons that I rejected guys, alright? I still felt each of these guys attractive power-ass guys. It's like they were doing annoying things, and they were doing things which I couldn't accept, that my high standards or whatever at the time would not let me accept them for. But I didn't ever for 1 second forget that they were still guys, alright? And they still had and retained the power of a man. The same power that I'm talking about, that, you know, a guy sees when he sees, you know, a naked woman or a really like sexy woman or something. All guys have that, and it's not visible to them, but it is visible to women, alright? So even when a girl's rejecting you for this reason, she still senses your masculine power deep down. It's just the way you're acting or whatever isn't cool, or maybe you're not really unleashing and tapping into the power she knows you has, and she's just like, I can't wait around all day, I can't deal with this, you know what I'm saying? But all guys have it, even guys I've rejected. I have still felt and seen their attractive power. And I know that if they, almost like if they knew it was there, and they knew that I liked it, and they knew that I wanted it, and they unleashed it or turned it on or suddenly started to bring that out more, it would be dangerous for me, because then I would be vulnerable, because I would be able to be manipulated, and I would be kind of weak, if you know what I mean, because it's so attractive. So it would put me at like disadvantage. So I would never point this out to a guy necessarily. I'm just like, you know what, dude, you're on your own, you figure it out, because I'm not going to make myself vulnerable to tell you that I still find you attractive, and I'm not going to tell you how you could bring it out of yourself. For example, I had this male friend, alright, and I rejected him. We were dating. One time he got really angry at me in like a joking way, alright? And he really let like his masculine power that I always sensed under the surface out. And I got really turned on. But of course I did not tell him that, okay? But if he knew that, and he knew that, you know, he could bring that out more, he could use that against me. So, what is this masculine power? It's difficult to put, you know, words to it, but it's an energy that all men have that's extremely powerful. It's raw, it's rough, it's the power of, there's this book, Mode 1, okay? And it's kind of talking about this. I recommend you all read it. Basically it said, if every man took a truth serum, and he said exactly what he thought, and he did exactly what he wanted, and he kind of didn't give a fuck anymore, and he said brutal, I guess, raw honesty about girls, like, you know, instead of just being like, you're beautiful, if what he was really thinking was like, oh my god, I would love to just like throw you down on this couch and fuck you right now or whatever, and it's like kind of raunchy and dirty, but that was what he was honestly feeling, that is attractive, alright? If he's angry and he acts angry, that is attractive. It's this power that men have that's just like, maybe like if you're a guy watching this, you can understand it from the reverse perspective. Like, are there certain things that women do and you're just like, oh my god, like I am at your mercy. It's the same for girls with guys. Certain things they do. So my point in this video is always know and always remember that even if you're being rejected by a girl, that doesn't mean that you're fundamentally unattractive. She knows you're a guy still, okay? And all guys have this fundamental attractiveness to women. It's just that a lot of times these guys are they don't know how to bring it out, and women aren't going to help them because that makes women vulnerable. So what do you think of this video? Very, very powerful things guys do in the bedroom, which even the most confident guy, I don't think, understands the true depth and power of. So I'm going to hopefully give you a little more of the female perspective, what is so powerful about these things, maybe a little why they are so powerful, and yeah, so let's get into the video. Well, before we get into the video, I have to make a disclaimer. These are very powerful, very dangerous things. They have to be used for good, not evil. You guys have to respect people's boundaries, honor consent. I know it's challenging. I do get it. I don't want to put you guys in jail, but try your best to communicate and discuss what somebody is into before trying any of these out, or else you may be very shocked by the consequences. That being said, I still want to explain to you how powerful these things really, really are deep down in many women's minds. Yes, it doesn't go for all women. Okay, this is not all women. These are just some patterns I see, and I think they're very powerful for many, many women. Okay, but let's not assume. All right. So first powerful thing that guys do in the bedroom that they don't understand the true power of in the bedroom is the power of giving orders. Okay, so a lot of times in the bedroom, people are more making requests, people are more making suggestions, they're more tentative. They do everything but a true order. A true get on the bed, period. Okay? Like a real, short, direct, you're gonna do this. Okay? So that, there's a big difference there in a woman's mind, like a true order. So this is something I think guys could really possibly experiment with, try it out, see how a girl responds. I think for many girls that is incredibly powerful and intense. So, like I said, be careful. Number two thing that guys do in the bedroom that is incredibly powerful that they just don't quite grasp the power of. The power of saying something in the bedroom and really meaning it. So I'm talking about like you're dead serious. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The way you are when you're angry. Well, this is how I feel when I'm angry, so this is how I relate to it. Like when I'm angry, I get like focused in like a laser beam, you know? I'm just like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like there's no question. It's just, I am 100% believing in what I'm saying. Like taking the moral high ground, very like, you know, feeling like I'm completely justified in what I'm saying. So that has great power in the bedroom. A lot of times in the bedroom, I see guys maybe going to 95%. They don't go to 100%. You can still hear that hesitancy in their voice. You can still hear a little bit of that, you know, I don't believe it 100%. So you have to mean it, okay? And if you do, that is like next level for a girl, okay? And you know, if she doesn't believe it, be ready to walk away, or you know, take it up a notch if you have discussed it and she seems okay with that kind of play. Number three thing that is extremely powerful that I don't think guys completely realize in the bedroom. The power of your physical strength, using more aggression and oomph. Okay, so you guys are really strong out there, and I know you probably hold back a lot because of course you don't want to hurt anybody. But sometimes it's just that little bit more aggression, a little bit more strength, a little bit more intensity that you could tap into. That is very, very powerful for a woman because that's like an evolutionary primal trigger for her, because it's like a sign of, fitness. And when she gets that proof of your fitness, it takes her up a notch, up levels her, and they're turn on a lot of times. So sometimes I feel guys are holding back a little bit too much. So I wanted to just put this in the back of your mind, food for thought. Remember to have discussions about these things. Alright. Number 4 is the power of the threat of discipline. Oh my god, guys. So a lot of times guys know, just try to maybe like spank her ass or whatever. And they're just like, oh, great ass, But take it up a notch, make it more mental, make it about discipline. Discipline is huge in many people's minds, men and women. I'm not saying all, I'm just saying many, okay? So instead of just making it about, spanking, make it about discipline. I will leave it there, okay? Number 5 is the power of rising to her challenge instead of backing down. Maybe you're with the sassy girl who likes to challenge you. Okay, a lot of guys I'm seeing in the comments are taking, in my opinion, the exact wrong attitude. Oh, I never chase a woman. One wrong move and she's out. She challenges me. She's, too dominant. She's not feminine enough. I'm out. I don't like this kind of strong, sassy woman. Okay, but what you guys are misunderstanding is this is a huge part of female sexuality. That challenge is her way of giving you an opportunity to turn her on. She's handing it to you on a silver platter. Her challenge is a fruit plate, and she wants, that's not a good metaphor. So she's giving you guys the opportunity to rise to her challenge. And if you rise, and if you don't back down, and if you come up with, the right way to respond to her shit test, as you guys have let me know it is called in this community, she will get turned on. It's like that feeling of, my boyfriend and I were discussing this the other day, like a magician, and he came up with this metaphor. When a magician tricks you, you're like, whoa, like, how did you do that? That's awesome. That is kind of the feeling she's getting. Every time you rise to her challenge, she gets turned on. Okay, so why are you guys backing down? Why are you taking yourselves out of the running? Okay, don't stop competing before the game has even begun. Like, what's the metaphor for that? I just want to give you guys a quick anecdote. I was watching Planet Earth 2 the other day, okay? Mountains, the episode of Mountains, and you'll see snow leopard mating scene. So the female snow leopard is a very strong, independent, incredibly confident and competent hunter herself. They're solitary creatures. They, the female has to do everything a male does to survive in the mountains. But when she goes into heat and when she wants to mate, and a male is attracted to her call, she growls at him. She hisses at him. He comes closer and she slaps him in the face with her paw. He slaps her back. Okay, he doesn't back down from the challenge. In fact, he'll even challenge other males who want to mate with her. He's not backing down. If that male snow leopard just said, I don't chase no woman, don't give me a hard time, I'm out, do you think that the female snow leopard is going to run after him? No, that male snow leopard is not going to mate. So, this is a big part of female sexuality for many women. I mean, I completely relate to it. Okay, the fact that he rose to the challenge is the very reason why she feels he is worthy to submit to, and why she allows him to mate without feeling, humiliated by, the pathetic weakling who might mate with her if she just let anyone mate with her. Okay, so that's how women feel. They want you to rise to the challenge. So don't back down and rise. Okay. Alright. Number 6 is the power of erotic stories and dirty talk. I don't think guys realize how powerful this is for women. I've heard people say this, yeah, like, dirty talk is women really like, the mental stimulation. The story is the talk. That's what it's all about for women. Well, I completely concur, and I don't think guys use this enough. Okay? If you want women to chase you, get really good at telling erotic stories. Post them online even. You'll get a lot of women writing you emails saying, I liked what you wrote, Daddy, or whatever. So you're going to get a lot of women writing you emails if you're good enough. So look into this. Try it out. Very, very untapped part of intensely pleasurable sexual experience for many women. Alright guys, number 7 is the power of pet names and name calling. Okay, the power of pet names and name calling. We've got on the good side, we've got good girl, we've got angel, we've got princess. And on the bad side, we have things that you should not use without discussing with her. We've got, bad girl, bitch, slut, whore, and other things like this. Again, this has to be discussed beforehand, but many guys don't realize the effect these names have on women's deepest psyches. These are playing on very, very deep fantasies in women's minds. Okay, very complex psychological things that are going on in the brain. Okay, so these can have an extremely powerful effect. Before I even knew about kinks and understood the kinds of fantasies that are out there, this had a very powerful effect on me when I was younger. So number 8 power that I don't think guys realize the true power of is the power of handling things and taking care of it for your girl. The power of I got this, which is like this viral article that went around and every girl was sharing it. It's like, oh, the sexiest thing a man can say is I got this. Because I got this is that protector, provider mentality. But what I don't think guys realize is just how powerful it really is. Just how big of an intense turn on it really is when the guy handles things for you. Which is, I think, a big part of why, paying the check is still around in this modern day and age. When he's handling things for you, you get turned on. Okay, the other day, I was in this horrible situation in an Airbnb, and my boyfriend, I was really struggling. My boyfriend just completely took over. He was like, you know what? Let me handle this. He took matters into his own hands without asking me. He wrote them a letter defending me, and he negotiated so well that it was surprising to me even how much of a turn on it was. And it just made me realize, like, no, this isn't just some weird, like, spiritual BS. This is really, really deep and powerful. So, think of ways you can use this in the bedroom. Number 9 is the power of your lust for her body and you objectifying her body. So, yeah, I know that in much of our lives, women don't like really to be objectified. Well, most women are uncomfortable with it. But when they're in the mood, many women seek it. And it's an incredibly powerful effect to feel objectified, to feel a man's true lust and desire to objectify you is incredibly intense. And I don't think guys even realize like what this feels like from a woman's perspective. I think like on TikTok, I know the whole bimboification movement is really like big and catching on. This is what they are seeking and craving. Yes, it is. It's incredibly powerful. When I was just casually dating guys in New York City, sometimes, and I was dating this one guy, and I really liked him. I felt like I was like in love with him, but like we weren't really connecting sexually, and he was very like tame in the bedroom. And we weren't like exclusive, but I would go back to my ex-boyfriend, who really gave me a lot of that like raw lust and kind of like that just male objectifying thing that only like a kind of masculine type of guy can really give you. And I just craved it so bad, and I would go back to him just to get that. So you guys out there who I know are, some of you are like really ashamed of your sexuality, you've been told this is bad. You've been told, oh, objectification is wrong, it's disgusting, you know, porn is disgusting, women hate this kind of thing. It's not. Okay, they're uncomfortable a lot of times with their sexuality and their sexual urges. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they just don't like sex. Sometimes they're just not interested in the moment. Sometimes they get too much of it all the time. Those 10s out there, which you guys all love so much. But, you know, for a lot of women, this is huge and incredibly powerful. Alright, guys, so I have one more. This one goes out to all the nice guys out there. And yeah, I know I've been getting a lot in the comments how the worst thing you can do is compliment a girl. I don't agree, guys. Okay. But that's for a different video. Number 10 that I think is extremely powerful that a lot of guys, especially the guys in my comments, don't fully understand is the power of deep empathy. The power of having a sexual experience where she cries, where she releases everything due to you truly seeing, understanding her points, understanding who she is deep down, giving her that deep healing empathy in the bedroom. And then, you know, the sex after that, and the release after that. It's incredibly deep and powerful for a woman. I don't know if you guys know that. Guys, this was such a long video. I'm sorry. I really appreciate your comments. For a while, I was getting down about some of these comments, but I remember all the people there who are really supporting me and sending me the most wonderful messages, saying what I'm saying is really helping them and that they need some help. So that is why I'm making this video, okay? Not so you guys go to jail or so, you know, I don't know. Not to lead you astray, I'm truly trying to help you and give you some leg up, because I know a lot of you guys out there are really nice, deep, sensitive people, and you need the leg up. And I want you guys to get that, and I want you guys to be successful, and I believe you guys deserve to have a happy and fulfilling romantic life, whatever that means for you.